Okay. Welcome back to the Taste Buds podcast. As always, it's Drew, aka Big Red Belly.
And Ben, aka Sauce.
It's just us two today. I think Kenneth is grinding at work, getting that money up, not his funny up. So, and we need to get our playoff predictions. And so he sent his in, but obviously he's not here today. But we're still gonna put out a great episode for y'all today. This is being recorded 2 hours before the Rams Panthers game. Uh, but we're gonna try to get it out to you guys because I know how much you guys have been dying for us to get our playoff predictions out. Before we get into all that, Ben, how are you? How you feeling today on this
I'm
beautiful Saturday afternoon?
yeah, we I'm so used to Chicago with it being like super cold
Okay.
snow on the ground in January, but here in the 757, I mean it's 65 degrees out. I'm wearing shorts right now. I'm walking to the
Uh
gym. I know some people like Dylan can wear shorts in all weathers,
huh.
but I'm not as cool as him. So but yeah, I'm
No,
loving the
this is
weather. I did work this morning. I listened to our preseason NFL predictions podcast and I took down some notes and I will present it to you at some point. But yeah, we had some hot takes that turned out to be true, some takes that were pretty bad.
Do you want to
And
start or end with that?
I guess I can say some now. Just ones that are
Yeah,
top
there
of the
are
head.
some that, to put in
You're
perspective, I do remember some.
okay. Is there anything you want to say right now that you remember? What do you remember?
I remember I was high on the Raiders and the Cardinals.
Yeah,
Um,
I don't think you specifically said the Raiders were going to make the playoffs. I think you said they'd be greatly improved. Um,
yes, I didn't say they were gonna like be the world beaters that'll make the playoffs, but I thought they'd be like a 7-win team.
yeah, because I
Like,
when we're doing our award ballots, I said Max Crosby for Defense Player of the Year because the Raiders will be improved, and you chimed in and you're like greatly improved,
yeah, and
and
he actually
obviously they
played
have the
pretty good.
first
That
pick.
defense is just terrible.
Yeah,
Pete Carroll already's been fired. It did not work out. Geno Smith had a down. Granted, that offensive line, like I saw somebody like break down like 5 minute video on how like Genty's gonna have PTSD after this year because of how bad the offensive line is. They would constantly just double one guy and leave a free rusher like constantly. They were terrible. But yeah, that team was not good.
yeah. And your other prediction, you said you did have the Cardinals being the
Yes.
top. You had them being the division winner in the NFC
I
West.
always pick the Cardinals every year and it never works. I thought their defense was overhated last year and they made some good moves in the draft. I always am a Kyler guy, even if he's tiny. I think he's funny and he's cool. And then I don't know, second year Marv with James Cook coming back. I don't know. I said they have the easiest schedule out of the division, so I said fuck it, I'll pick them, and they were pretty bad.
Yeah, and then I turned around. I had them finishing last in the division, and you were like,
Uh,
"Whoa, whoa, whoa! Why is that?" You were like, "I love their draft. Their defense was good,
yeah,
and last
I don't know what I
year."
said.
And you said, "I love the
I
receiving
remember that
core."
too.
Yeah, but yeah, our awards we had Kenneth had Bo Nix MVP, and you and I both had Lamar.
Yep,
So
more
yeah,
Bo Nix, the boner. Okay.
you did say you're like hot take. There will only be one NFC East team that makes the playoffs this year.
Oh, that happened.
Yeah,
Let's go.
because I think even when you said that, Kenneth and I was like, "Whoa, that's kind of crazy."
I know. I was very low on the possibility of there being a commies team. I could see a regression.
And then you even mentioned how in Nerd Sesh, one of them had the commies and the NFC
Winning the
Championship
Super in the
again.
Super Bowl, yeah.
Yeah,
One of them going into the Super Bowl. but I thought that was stupid.
You're like, they want to have one score games and they're due for some regression.
Yeah, and they're old as hell, and yeah, that's literally what happened.
Yep.
Yeah. What else we got? Any other crazy stuff?
Um, you were high on the Jaguars. You said the Texans winning the division though. Kenneth, he said the Texans, and then you made your case for the Jaguars, and Kenneth was like, "All right, I'm changing my mind. I have the Jaguars winning the division."
I think I remember that. Hey, that's good. You made the right decision.
Yeah. And then
Uh,
Kenneth had the Falcons winning the NFC South, but then he was like, "I'm high on the Panthers though." But then you were
and
like, "The NFC South is going to come down to Week 18. I think it's going to be the final game that decides that division."
really?
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's what happened.
Yeah.
Cool. Didn't I pick the Falcons too, though?
No, you
Who
picked
was
the
that
Buccaneers.
advice? Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
And then
Okay.
obviously we picked the Ravens for the NFC North, but you misspoke. You were like, I have the Bengals. Well, you're like, I have not the Bengals, not the Ravens. And Kent was like, what? And you're like, oh, I meant the Steelers.
Oh,
You're like, no, I am on the A-Rod train as a joke. But the Steelers actually ended up winning the division.
they did win the division. They did win the division. I really thought that the Ravens were the most talented team in the league. They obviously were super injured, but there was more than that. Their defense was greatly regressed,
And when you
and
had
so was
the
the
Ravens
offense.
Eagles in the Super Bowl, and
I
you're
did.
like, yeah, and you're like the Ravens. I think this season have a better defense than the Eagles.
I really thought they were really stacked everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, on paper, that's
It
what it looked
really
like.
looked like it. Yeah, but obviously they have missed the playoffs.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then I guess final thing, Kenneth was like, this was in our award predictions. He had Saquon as offensive player of the year.
Yeah, and
And
this didn't happen. This is the coach's fault. This
and
is
then
not. This
he
is
said he was gonna break the rushing record. And he said this Eagles team is a step up from what they were last year. That's what
Did I
Kenneth said.
disagree with that? I think I disagreed with that.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. It's like, no,
You
it's
had
not.
Bijan offensive player of the year, and I mean, he led the league in scrimmage yards, so pretty good.
I think, yeah, I feel like it's just because when the Falcons got eliminated, they kind of, like, he got stopped talking about. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but yeah,
Um,
I think that's enough about that.
sure. Do
Are you ready
you
to
want to
just
start
hop into? We'll go division or wild card
her
game.
prediction, like, in order, I think, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, so, like I said in the beginning of the episode, first game of the wild card weekend, Panthers, Rams at Panther Stadium. Then, what are your first thoughts on this?
obviously it's the most lopsided wild card game of the slate. I think it's 10 and a
Yeah,
half point favorites, the Rams are. But the only, silver lining we have is that the Panthers did beat the Rams in Carolina just a month ago. So I guess it gives you a glimpse of hope. But as they say, it's easier for a team to lose and adjust than it is for a team to win and then beat them again, especially when the Rams are such a better team. I think the Rams are going to take
hmm
care of business. I mean, I I watched Nerd Sesh a couple episodes, and all they talk about is how the Panthers are like one of the worst playoff teams in recent memory.
yeah,
Panthers
yeah.
are so bad. Like every metric, every offensive metric, they're like bottom third half of the league.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, I mean, at least they made the sorry, at least they made the playoffs. I know Cam Newton's gonna bang on the drums. It's his first time in the stadium in 10 years. Um,
That's
happy
crazy.
for my North Carolina fans, but yeah, I think Rams are gonna go in there take care of business.
I agree. Do you think, before I get into my prediction, that they should change the rules that division winners don't automatically get a home game?
Did you see my notes for the pod, my
I
pod notes?
I have not seen your notes.
I wrote that in there because I watched Nerd Sesh and they were like, I
I
think
know
it
they
should be an
mentioned
auto bid if they win the division, but not an auto home game.
this is the
And
Nerd
I
Sesh
fully
Glaze
agree with it.
episode.
Yeah.
It was good though. They are very good.
Yeah.
Uh, but yeah, I agree. I think that like the Panthers should not be hosting a home game after having a losing record.
Yeah. And I mean,
Um,
I don't there's Logan and what's the other guy's name?
Carson and Logan.
Which one's the Steelers fan?
Logan.
Yeah, Logan was like, I mean, I don't need us to host a playoff game. I'm just happy the Steelers
Yeah,
are in the
exactly.
playoffs. I think
Uh
winning the
huh.
division's a little bit too OP, what they said. And I agree. And it looks like you
Mm-hmm.
do too. So yeah.
Okay, cool. Just wanted to swing by you because you're in the worst division. So,
Yeah.
like you guys would be the only proponents to wanting to keep because it benefits y'all the most.
Yeah.
But I'll quickly get into prediction. My prediction again: the Panthers' first game where they would beat the Rams. They played out of their minds, and I would say that again the Rams coming into this game because they already lost to this team. Sorry, are going to be so serious, so locked in, like not look at this like a lopsided thing like it is, and they're just going to take care of business.
Yeah.
Yep. hmm
Um and
Kenneth
yeah,
predicted the
and the
Rams would win as
Rams
well.
and the Rams lost Stafford at 3 turnovers, which I think that might have been the only time or maybe one other time this season that's happened. So
You know, that's a crazy thing that happened too. But
and this Panthers defense isn't good enough to be like, oh yeah, you can rely on them to get 3 turnovers against one of the best
neither is
offenses.
the Panthers' offense.
Yeah.
It's just they're not very good. Okay, we down for the next game?
Yeah.
Bears, Green Bay. I think I'll start this one off.
Okay.
Oh, what man?
I said okay.
I really think I want the Bears to win. Like if there's another NFC team in the playoffs right now that I would want to make a crazy run would be the Bears. But I really think that Green Bay's experience in the playoffs, the fact that Jordan Love I think is a much more established and better quarterback than Caleb Williams is right now, and the fact that Caleb Williams has struggled in this matchup already, and all the games in the regular season have come down to extremely close and like crazy plays at the end of the game. So I'm gonna go Green Bay, even though that I hope Chicago's magic carries through.
Yeah, I had the Bears winning. I originally at the beginning of the week I had the Packers winning, but as the season or as the week has progressed, I was like, this is really a toss up and the
Yes,
Bears are the home team and it's a division game. I just feel like I think even though it's a toss up, I'm going with the Bears because I'd rather see them win. And
I like that.
y- I mean, none of these
Can
teams, I don't think either of them are really gonna do anything past this game.
I agree. Yeah, I agree. These are probably one and done teams, both of them.
Yeah. And
But
I also want the Falcons to try to get Matt LaFleur. And if they lose this game to the Bears, I feel like they're gonna fire him.
he would be. He's so smart. He's so smart.
Do you
Kenneth
see
picks Green Bay to win as well.
do you see Matt Ryan was hired?
Yeah, yeah. Are you happy about it?
Yeah. Everybody's super happy because everybody loves Matt Ryan.
Good, good, good. I'm ready to keep it rolling.
Yeah,
Right?
we can move on What's the next game? What's the first game on Sunday?
Do you want to just? Sorry.
What's the first game on Sunday?
Sunday. It's Bills Jags,
Oh,
which is a great game, and I wish it was the night game.
yeah.
But that's the first game of the day. It's my two teams that if I had to pick teams to win the AFC, it'd be the Jags and the Bills. And I've actually like flipped on this matchup multiple times this week. I first said just the fact that Josh Allen is so nutted in the quarterback, like at the quarterback position in the playoffs. He just is. He's like one of the best playoff performing quarterbacks like ever. Like he's so good. But then I also flipped to the fact that I think their run defense really is bad, and T-Law's been playing so good. The defense has a bunch of takeaways. Liam Cohen is their coach. I think I'm going with I'm gonna go with the Bills to win it still. Just as I have this ultimate I can't get past this ultimate trust in Josh Allen that I just don't have in this Jags team yet. But it's so close. I was gonna say Jags, but I just couldn't come to it. I couldn't say it, and I actually want the Jags to win a little more. But either of these teams, I want to come out of the AFC.
Yeah, for sure. I think whoever wins this game, I have winning the conference. I think if the Jaguars can beat this Bills team, I think they can beat any other team, Broncos, the Patriots. But yeah, I do have the Bills winning. It's tough because the Jaguars beat them in pretty much every metric. They have the win streak. They have the better defense. They're so hot.
They have the coach.
Yep.
They have so much,
But then all the Bills have is Josh Allen
and he's
and
pretty
the
fucking good.
experience. He's won 5 playoff games in the past 5 years.
He's crazy. He's
Yeah.
insane. He
So
is very, very good.
yeah, it's
So
tough. Like you said, their rush defense is super bad, and the Jaguars love to establish the run game, even if it can be
exactly,
inefficient.
that just could work against this Bills team.
Yeah,
And you give a week of Liam Cohen like just scheming up for this defense with his weapons he has as well. It's just a tough go. But when I come down to it, I cannot say anything but Josh Allen. I cannot sing his praises enough. Kenneth did pick the Jacksonville Jaguars, which I'm happy that one of us did.
yeah, same. I think T-Law is going to have
Sorry.
a pumpkin moment
Yeah,
if
and
the
he
Bills
might,
win.
and that also could be. That's also a very real possibility in my mind.
Uh-huh.
So let's keep going. The 4:30 game on Sunday is Eagles Niners. Even though it's my team, Ben, I want you to take this one first.
Yeah, I feel like, in a sense, kind of like, I don't know, I feel like I'm ripping off what Nerd Sesh says a lot. I feel like it's kind of the battle of the mid. The Eagles have a
Mm-hmm.
pretty mid offense, and the Niners defense is so bad. Ranked last in sacks this year. I I mean, it's in Philly. Eagles, previous champs. Obviously, they've shown they can do it. This Niners team isn't very good. They just have the magic of Shanahan right now. Um, I don't know. It's really I don't know. I think this game is in the hands of Kevin Patullo. If he can,
That's a terrible thing to say.
I don't know, if he can scheme up a good game, I feel like the Eagles offense obviously has the firepower
Well,
to
yeah,
put
that's
together a good
if he's a good
offensive game.
coordinator, then I think we definitely win. But he's not.
Yeah. But obviously if this Eagles offense can't get past this awful banged up Niners defense, then they don't deserve to win a playoff game.
Yeah.
But I have the Eagles winning though.
I also have my birds winning. I think sometimes I'm overcritical on my team, even when I should believe in them more. But for this one, for this year, like the offense has just been that bad. It has not clicked. There has been nothing. It's been the same thing every week. We've never had a heavy RPO type game, which would be so beneficial here against this team. This offense is just terrible, and I do think they can get past San Fran in an extremely close game. Like this is going to take our all to beat this team. I think just because of how bad we are, we just play such bad games. But
What
go
if
Birds!
what if Kevin Patullo's been saving all of the good plays for the playoffs?
I lose my mind. That would be so funny. Except it's not the fact that his play concepts in general are bad. Like, did you watch the Emmanuel Ocho video I sent you?
Yeah.
Like, it's like terrible. Like, it's like how are you supposed to play in that system?
Yeah, I was
There's
gonna
nobody
mention how
open.
the Bills defense was at least able to hold y'all pretty well in that game, but also your offense is just not that good.
That's that. Yeah.
How far do you think
Um.
y'all would have to go for him to be safe? Like if y'all make the Super Bowl and lose, do you think
Oh
he
my
gets
gosh.
fired?
I hope. I hope. I mean, like, I think it. I hate it. Yeah, I think we have to be smarter. Say that we do make the Super Bowl, but it's literally on like 13-10 game,
Mhm.
and then maybe hopefully we'll see that this offense still is extremely limited and we're squeaking by. So I hope that he gets fired no matter what. Because there's also a lot of good coaches on the market right
Yes, there is.
now. But let's go to the next game, the last game of the wild card weekend. Actually, no, there's a Monday night game. Chargers Patriots at the 8 o'clock game on Sunday. Oh yeah, Kenneth also had the Eagles winning. Um, do you want me or you to take this one first?
You can take it.
I have flip flopped on this one all week too. Because on one hand, the Patriots have the easiest schedule since the '90s. I think their defense is mid. I don't like their O line still, even though the Chargers O line is literally the worst in the league. Their weapons are fine; they're not good. And then when you go on the flip side, you have a more established coach and quarterback that I think are also still extremely talented. You have a better defense, and like when you're comparing like how these offenses can run, the ceiling of the Pats is so much higher because Henderson also is a game changer. But I think that in a playoff setting, first playoff game for Drake May and this version of the Patriots team, they're going to be going up an extremely good Chargers defense, and I think that I have just this. I think Herbert is an amazing quarterback. I think he has easily top five. He's played like that this year, and I'm gonna go with Justin Herbert and the Chargers to somehow get it done in Foxborough. It's gonna be crazy.
I like it. I have I don't have that result happening. I have the Patriots winning, but I do think it's going to be close because I think Nerd Sesh said it. When you compare the Patriots defense to their opponents, they're ranked 22nd when you adjust to who they're playing. So their defense is just
Mm-hmm.
not good. The pass rush is not good, but also the Chargers O line is so bad, so banged up. It's literally going to be poop
Yeah,
versus pee. Kind of like
yeah,
your offense versus the Niners defense.
yeah,
It's just
exactly.
the stoppable force versus the movable, however
Movable
it goes.
object.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're gonna see how that goes. Drake May first playoff game, runner up for MVP is what he's gonna be. He was second team All Pro. But yeah, I think Henderson. His main thing is Mike Rabel not using him. He's so explosive, but seems like all of his touchdowns, it happens when they're on their own side of the field. I feel like
Mm-hmm.
when they get the premium carries go to Ramondre, and Travion has to pick up the crumbs and make something out of nothing. So,
They love
and like
Ramontre.
Diggs also is dealing with stuff off the field. He's their only. He's their only. good
I would
target.
no,
I mean,
I would
Hunter Henry.
say I think that he's pretty comparable to a Hunter Henry.
Really, Diggs as a wide receiver is kind of like Henry as a tight end.
Yeah, because I mean, Diggs has had he's had a good year because of Drake May, but if you're actually talking about like his individual talent, I think that like he's not head and shoulders above a Booty or Henry. It's just like Drake May is making these guys. Excuse me.
Yeah, but
That's
I
what
do
I
have
think.
the Patriots winning. I know Herbert hasn't been good in his 2 playoff games, but like you said in your argument with your dad, 80 game sample size versus 2.
That was for Herbert, but yeah, Zach
Yeah,
has
that's
even
what I'm
more.
saying.
But yeah. But the 80 games is I trust 80 games more than a fluke, not fluky, but unfortunate too. Kenneth has the Pats winning.
Third.
Okay. I don't know what is next, but I think we're gonna go to. Oh yeah, the Monday night game. I keep forgetting. Steelers Texans. Do you want to take this one for your dad?
No, I'm just shooting around. Thank you, though. So do
Ben?
you men's basketball team asked me if I wanted to be scout team for them. They said they're playing against AJ DeBonza. They need me
Shut
to
the
be
fuck
scout.
up. Dude, we were talking about freaking Steelers Texans, Ben.
Yeah, the Steelers are hosting the Texans. I have the Texans winning. It's going to be a pretty ugly game, but
Oh yeah, I think. Oh yeah, I thought you had. I
it's
thought
going
that
to
was it.
be
You keep going.
it's going to be Aaron Rodgers' final game. Like their thing on Nerd Sesh, it would have been so poetic if that was somehow Aaron Rodgers' last game. Lead them down the field, game-winning touchdown. But now he's probably going to go out looking like a wet fart against this amazing Texans
This is yeah.
defense.
Is
I
this the
mean,
best defense in your mind?
no, I still think the Broncos defense is better. Seahawks defense is super good. I mean, I don't know.
I think it's Texans, Broncos, Seahawks, and then Eagles, Chargers.
Are you saying just the playoffs or the Browns not in there?
This is just the playoffs.
Okay. Yeah, I would
No,
agree.
yeah, they're yeah. The Browns are insane still. Miles Garrett changes them to top 5 basically. It's just him alone, and they have other pieces. But let's not talk about the Browns right now. Do you have anything
Yeah.
else on the Steelers?
Um, I mean,
Steelers
yeah, they just
Texans.
utilize their 3 guys, Gainwell, Warren, and DK. I feel like
Yeah,
Stingley,
DK's back.
if he can get rid of DK, then it's really just going to be Gainwell and Warren. And if they can stack the box and make Aaron Rodgers make plays to Calvin Austin and Pat Fryermuth, then I think that's going to be a winning recipe. I think it's going to be a good tune-up game for the Texans. This is a
Mhm.
super mid team to be in the playoffs. And you have the Texans winning a grinded out game, low scoring, but gonna win handedly.
I agree. I also am taking the Texans. I think when you're going from just almost every position down, like quarterback, that's the Texans. Receivers, that's the Texans. I guess running back is
The
the
Steelers.
Steelers.
The
Yeah,
Steelers do
but
have a pretty good running back room.
no, they actually do. Yeah, can't well not K9, but Gainwell he's been really good. Shout out former Eagle, Super Bowl champion Kenneth Gainwell. And then the entire defense on the Texans side is better, even though Steelers do have a good defense or a fine defense. So yeah, the Texans are just better Steelers in my mind, and they have a much higher ceiling and much less limitations. So yeah, I'm just gonna ride with the Texans.
Hurt?
Okay, that is actually the last game of the wild card. You want to start in the AFC
Who
or
did
NFC, Ben?
Kenneth have?
Kenneth had the Steelers winning.
Wow.
I know. A lot of disagreements here.
Yeah.
Do you want to start NFC, AFC?
We do NFC.
So I guess I'll go quickly because we actually have we have different first round matchups, Ben. My first round matchup is Seattle Green Bay. and yours is obviously something different. But I'll quickly go over mine. If I have to choose, it's pretty easy for me. I'm taking Seattle over Green Bay. I think they're a much more talented team. Their defense clears. Their offense even kind of clears. Even though I have a little worry of Sam Darnold, but the Seahawks run game is good. Their pass game is good. Their O line is good. Their play calling is good. It's like they're just a really good team. And again, they are one of those conversations for like five-ish best defenses in the NFL. So yeah, I have Seattle taking down Green Bay. And then for you, your seeding is Seattle versus the Rams.
Yeah, I think this right here is going to be the NFC Championship, even though it's in the divisional round. I do have
Mm-hmm.
my Rams winning. They're my NFC champion. Coming into the year, I still feel like I can't really trust Sam Darnold in the playoffs. He showed
Mm-hmm.
in week 18 last year, which was kind of a playoff game. He
And then
pooped
in
the
the
bed
playoffs.
and then yeah, in the playoffs. But I mean, Seattle's a tough place to play, and them getting the one seed is pretty huge. But I mean, I just trust McVay so much, even though Mike McDonald's a good coach for the Seahawks. I just feel like MVP Stafford with Puka. I mean, we saw it was like an instant classic game. When they played at
Dude,
Seattle,
yeah,
when
it was
JSN
so
had
good.
nothing in the first half, and then
And then popped
got like
off.
over 100 yards and a touchdown. Yeah, but it's gonna be a super fun game. But I think the Rams just have everything you need to beat a team like Seattle. They've already done it once. Do you know who won in LA with the
LA
Rams
did.
sweep? So they swept them.
Wait, no, no, wait. I don't actually. I think the Seahawks might have won the first game. It's been so long, my brain
Yeah, it
doesn't even
has.
like take that in. Yeah, I'm pulling it up right now. Um, right here, right there. Am I blind? They beat Seattle first, 19-21 in the first matchup,
And then Seattle won at home.
and then yeah, like they kind of took care of business. No, no, remember Seattle? No, yeah, Seattle won the second game in overtime.
Okay. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
thinking the Rams won that, but yeah. I mean, that was a crazy game. The Rams looked like they had it in the bag, and then the
Yeah, the
Seahawks came
Seahawks came
storming
back.
back. But
Hmm.
yeah, I think these are the best two teams in the NFC facing off.
I agree.
But I just have the Rams winning it. Um, and yeah, in our division predictions before the season, you had the Seahawks finishing in fourth place.
Yeah, bro.
You said
I was really
all
high on
they
Geno Smith. I was really high on Geno Smith,
you're like all
bro.
they did in the offseason was get worse.
Let's get worse
I
at
don't really
quarterback.
trust Sam
Get worse
Darnold.
at.
They got rid of BK. We'll see how JSN is as the number one option.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, dude, they're pretty good. I was very wrong. I was very high on Geno Smith's impact. I don't know why. I really like that guy. He's not. He's not very. He's regressed a little bit. But let's go. Kenneth also had Seahawks versus Green Bay, and he picked the Seahawks. And then we'll go with Ben's first. He has the Bears versus the Eagles in the second round
Yep.
in Chicago.
The Bears. I mean, hosting a playoff game in January, that's going to be pretty cool. But again, I don't really think it affects Philly because they had the iconic snow game against the Rams.
Hmm. Hmm.
But I think the Eagles win this one. I think again,
I
if
feel
they
like
can
we could
beat,
beat the Bears.
yeah, if y'all can beat the Niners, if Kevin Petula can put together a playoff win against the Niners, even though they have a worse defense than the Niners do than the Bears, I think y'all can go into Chi-Town and beat the Bears. I don't think they are the top level NFC contender.
Competition.
I think the
Mm.
tiers. I'd say the Eagles are in tier two and the Bears are in tier three. That's kind of
I
how.
think I'd be inclined to agree. I think it's close, but yeah.
So yeah, I have
You
the
done?
Eagles advancing to the NFC Championship. against the Rams rematch from last year.
Woohoo! Well, I don't know if this will be preview of your division game or conference, whatever. But I have Rams and Eagles in the second round of the playoffs, and I'm going to go with the Rams mainly because I think the coaching is a big difference. I don't think that Kevin Patullo and Nick Sirianni are going to be able to attack the one Rams weakness, which is their secondary. Even though that Goddard, I mean, even like Dodson, obviously we know the top two, AJ and Devonta, are amazing, but like they have just like it is jumbled. It's jumbled routes. It is stuff that is either too long developing or too short developing. That it never it's always terrible for whatever defense the said defense is running. And I don't think that it's going to be good. Lane Johnson, if will be back if we do get past San Francisco, so we'd have him back 100% in this game. But I don't think that matter. I'm going with the Rams, and also I think the Rams do just enough on offense to get past our obviously unbelievable defense.
Yeah, and they could have beat y'all the first time if it wasn't for two
For
block
two
kicks.
blocked field goals. Yeah. Which shout out Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter.
I know
Some
the
of the
Rams are
actual
getting back
special teams
one of their
players.
safeties. Is it like Quentin Lake or something?
They're just getting back a guy that they need more.
Yeah.
But they're still not great at in the secondary overall. But you do also it'd be a revenge game because I think the Eagles have beaten the Rams 4 times in a row now. And these fan bases hate each other. I don't hate them as much, but
Yeah.
a lot of Rams hate the Eagles. I know that.
Yeah. Like I said, my NFC championship is the Rams versus the Eagles. So I'll just go through that really quick. I also have I also have the Rams winning for basically what you said.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, I'll quickly go through my championship game, which was also a flip of one of your wild card games. It is the Seahawks versus the Rams in the. Did I say wild card?
Yeah.
To win the NFC, I meant to win the NFC, and I mean this is really tough for me because obviously we've seen this matchup multiple times, but I just have this innate more trust in Sam Darnold and Sean McVay in this run game and Puka Nacua and Tay. And then Sam Darnold. And then Sam Darnold just makes me iffy. Sam Darnold just makes me really iffy. So I'm gonna go with the Rams for also the stuff that you said. But yeah, I have the Rams going to the Super Bowl.
And so do I.
You want to
So,
transition to the AFC?
who's Kenneth have winning?
Oh yeah, Kenneth in his second round he has Seahawks over Green Bay, then Eagles over the Rams, and then he has the Eagles beating the Seahawks to go to the Super Bowl.
Heard Eagles in the Super Bowl.
Yep, that's pretty cool. That would be insane. And also, as an Eagles fan, I don't know if this is like pre-cope, but to win back to back is already ridiculously hard. So maybe it's okay if we semi-waste this season on a big dumb stupid idiot. Huh?
Yeah.
Thoughts? Yeah, I don't know. But let's get into our AFC predictions. Obviously, I have in the first matchup the Broncos and the Chargers. Oh, I'm trying to decide how crazy I'm gonna get because there's a very 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 real chance that the Chargers get knocked out round 1. Like that is a
Yeah.
very very real possibility.
So if you have the Chargers going
Specific.
to the AFC Championship, then you might be cooked.
I know. I just like, am I really gonna do that? I'm not going to, and this is why. Sean McVay is a good coach, even though he's terrible. And
You mean
this Broncos,
wait.
Sorry,
You mean what's his
Sean
name?
Payton,
Sean
Sean Payton,
Payton.
Sean
Yeah,
Payton, Sean Payton, Sean Payton, Sean Payton, Sean Payton. Sean Payton is a great coach, even though he's a big old idiot who is who. How badly did he get punished for putting hits on players?
I think he was suspended a season, whole year.
Okay, so that's still ridiculous. And he is a good coach, and this defense is going to be ready for the said B Chargers. And this is a team that gets insane pressure that would have Herbert in hell.
And it's a division
And
game.
I think I think that'd be crazy. But I think the Broncos offense would do enough, be well coached enough. And even if it came down to the wire, Bonix is actually good in the clutch, which is for whatever reason.
Yeah.
So I would have to, I would have to stick with. I'm going with the Broncos in the second round. And then Ben, would you have the Bills Broncos?
Yeah, I have the Bills Broncos.
Uh huh.
And
Tell me what you think.
I have the Bills winning.
Mm,
I'm riding Josh Allen. This is a rematch from last year, the 2-7 matchup, but this time it's in Mile High Stadium. And it is pretty crazy how the 2-1 seeds in both conferences have like abnormally great home fields with the Seahawks.
like they're known, yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, and the Broncos. But yeah, I don't know. I hate Sean Payton. I love Josh Allen. I love the Bills. And
Mm,
I think the Broncos are kind of a phony 1 seed,
yeah.
kind of like how I feel with the Bears being the 2 seed and the
Mm-hmm.
Patriots being the 2 seed. But yeah, I have the Bills going to Mile High and winning. I feel like that's a not too hard of a task for the Bills to play the Broncos. I mean, they have an amazing defense, but he's got to put your trust in Josh Allen. I mean, his offensive or his numbers in the playoffs was it 16 games and like 4,600 passing yards, 36 touchdowns, only 6 turnovers. Something insane.
Yeah, he's ridiculous. He elevates so well in the playoffs. It's ridiculous. And I would agree with you.
And
Oh, that'd be
did
so
you do
tough.
you remember the stat from Nerd Sesh? Like when Dalton Kincaid is playing, they average like
Oh yeah.
32 points per game, and without him, it's like 15. Something
Isn't that
absolutely
so
absurd.
interesting?
Like how
That's
is that?
interesting.
How did they score
I
like
know, right?
double the points with Kincaid?
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah,
That's like AJ Brown's stat is like it's like a 16-point difference when he plays or doesn't play. It's so interesting. But my second round, I have the Bills and the Texans, and I have the Bills taking the Texans for all basically the reasons that you gave. I
I
think
mean, like you
that
say, the Texans are kind of like the Walmart Bills.
Diet Broncos. Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah. I mean Broncos. Yeah, not Bills.
Yeah, they're just like a little bit worse Broncos.
And you said
So
the Steelers are kind of like the Texans. So do you think
I
it goes Broncos and
yeah, no, I
Texans and
guess yeah.
Steelers are like
The
the same team?
The Steelers like really down the line because again, Steelers are not a perfect offense, and the quarterback has limitations. On the flip side, Broncos, the quarterback has limitations, not in reading the field. I mean, yes, in reading the field, not physically though, like Aaron Rodgers has. And then the Texans, their offensive line is just so terrible, and that's debilitating enough to ruin their entire offensive scheme.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're all kind of limited somehow offensively, but amazing defensively. And where the Bills are limited defensively, but I have this trust where this quarterback can be the best in the world and just carry anybody. So that's what I've been kind of betting on.
And Sean
But
McDermott isn't even that crazy of a coach, too. He's not
sorry,
this
yeah, he's not.
genius
He's not.
mastermind.
No,
It's
he's
really
like
just riding
he's
Josh
an
Allen
average to below average
with
coach.
his
Yeah,
worst roster since he's became a good quarterback.
yeah, exactly. Since the Bills have transitioned to contenders, this is their worst roster.
Yeah.
Um, but I have Bills and Broncos in the AFC championship game, and this is just a little tougher for me to pick because again, it's Ben's. This is your second round matchup, right?
Yep.
But again, it's just like the Texans again, but this time it's just a better version of the team they just played. And oh, it's so close. I'm just going back and forth in my mind because in my heart of hearts, I believe that Bo Nix cannot play three high stake games well in a row. I think there's one game where he could really like fuck shit up. But am I thinking that's in the Super Bowl or am I thinking that's right now?
Oh,
I think I might have to just ride with my guy right now, bro. I think I might have to just ride with Josh
thank
Allen.
you.
Josh Allen and the Bills to the Super Bowl versus the Rams. That's what I'm running with, and it's for all the exact same reasons I stated. Just they're going to be a little harder versus the Broncos. Yep.
My final divisional matchup is the Patriots versus the Texans. And upset alert, I have the Texans being the Patriots in Foxborough.
Hmm.
I just feel like
You have the
that
Texans beating the Pats?
yeah,
Wow.
that defense is so good. I feel like it caused Drake May issues as a sophomore quarterback. And I feel like if the Texans offense can just do enough, and we've been saying that their defense isn't anything spectacular.
Hmm.
It would need to be a great Nico game. CJ Stroud needs to be on it.
CJ Stroud has to have a good CJ Stroud game.
But I've trusted the Texans defense to be able to try to contain Drake May and company and what would be their second playoff game. And again, we've said Drake May's weapons aren't that good.
No, they're not
So
world beaters. They're just fine. But I
and
think that yeah, if they were to run into this same type of matchup in round two, because in the first matchup again they're facing a good defense, not a world beating defense, and a good quarterback with like I would say that like when they face an even better defense, like that could hurt. That could really like if the Chargers give them trouble, then the Texans are going to give them absolute hell.
yeah, I feel like the Pats are gonna have to work tooth and nail to beat the Chargers, and the Texans have the easier matchup against the Steelers.
Absolutely, absolutely they do. So yeah, I like that. So your AFC Championship is the Broncos and Texans. I mean the
Yep.
Bills and Texans.
Yep.
And who are we going with, Ben, to advance to the Super Bowl against the Rams?
I think you kind of guess I have the Bills beating the Texans.
Yeah.
I mean, I think if the Bills can beat the Broncos in the divisional round, they can definitely beat the Texans.
Hmm. I'd
And
agree.
I mean, this is tough. I have the Bills, Rams in the Super Bowl, and both teams
We
who have
both
had
do.
to win all of their games on the road.
Should we go through Kenneth's his
Yeah.
predictions? So yeah, in the second round he had Broncos Steelers, he went with the Broncos, and then he had Pats Jacksonville, he went with the Pats. So his AFC championship is Broncos Patriots. He decides to ride with his preseason prediction in the Super Bowl, which was Eagles Broncos, and he has the Broncos beating the Patriots in his Super Bowl matchup. Broncos, Eagles, just like he predicted before the season started. He's riding with the Broncos to win it all. That is Kenneth's prediction. Let's get to ours, Ben. Do you want to go first?
Yeah, I do quickly just want to say how I
Uh-huh.
think. Oops, sorry, my bad. I I think if the Jaguars beat the Bills in this first round tomorrow, I feel like the Jaguars can easily
I think they
slide
can beat
into
the
the Bills'
Pats
place. Yep.
or
Beat
the
the
Texans
Pats.
or whoever they play.
And then,
No, yeah, they will play the Pats.
yeah, I feel like they can play the Pats. I mean, it's literally the hottest team versus the team that's had a cakewalk to where they're at.
I really like Jacksonville if that were to be the matchup because I think Jacksonville's offense is genuinely good. And when you're talking about all these other matchups that the Patriots are facing, like Chargers or Texans, it's weird because they're facing not a good offense. Jacksonville genuinely has a good offense who can exploit Patriots' biggest weakness, which is their defense.
Yeah,
So
imagine
I
the
just like
hottest
them because of that
offense
reason.
versus the
Yeah,
Patriots defense.
and I think that's all you have to say, really.
And the Jaguars defense, that is a really good team, really good defense.
Exactly,
One of
exactly.
the best teams in
So
takeaways, playing against a sophomore quarterback in what would be his second playoff game.
again, whoever wins that Jacksonville Bills game, I think it's going to make a run.
I want one of those two teams to win it all.
I do too. I hope I'm rooting for Jacksonville to win it all if the Eagles are not coming out of it. Like those are the two teams that I really, and also I guess the Chargers, but I don't think that's realistic.
Yeah, I have the Steelers winning it all, preferably, but or the Panthers.
uh,
That'd be cool.
that would be fun, but I don't think it's even realistic to
I think
think.
a dollar wins you like $750. You bet on the Panthers to win the Super Bowl. But yeah, so
That makes sense. Yeah.
you and I have the same Super Bowl, and
Hmm.
Kenneth has his preseason Super Bowl matchup, the Eagles versus the Broncos. But he did have the Eagles winning before the season started. But now he has switched it to the Broncos.
No, he didn't. He had the Broncos, right?
Now,
Oh, okay.
and then you and him both did the Fly Eagles Fly. Y'all sing the whole song on pod.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
You wanna? Who do you have? Wrap it up. Who do you got?
I just want the Bills in this miracle run with the win. I have the Bills winning the Super Bowl.
Wow, we differ. That's awesome. Yeah. Explain why you have them beating the Rams.
I mean, clearly, just heart and just winning the Bowl. I mean, the Rams are far and away the better team. I mean, the Bills had James Cook, who led the league in rushing yards, and Kyron isn't as good as James Cook. But, I mean, Stafford's the MVP. He's going up against Josh Allen, who is one of the best playoff quarterbacks of all time. The weapons, obviously, Puka and Tay, so much better than Khalil Shakir. And
Cade.
who's even their second guy? I mean, Keon Coleman's bringing
No,
DMPs.
it's fuck. Is it Darrell Shavers? Is that his name?
Oh, yeah. Or is it like Josh Palmer or Gabe
Gabe
Davis?
Davis, bro. Oh my God, Gabe Davis is somehow back there.
Yeah,
Dawson
no,
Knox, is
sorry.
he still healthy?
Who?
Dawson Knox.
Yeah, I think he is.
I would put him, I guess, higher than some of those other guys we said. But yeah, you just keep going. Yeah.
And for the defense, I mean, the Rams defense, like we said, is what top 5 playoff team defense, and the Bills defense is
Yeah,
pretty bad, especially the running
their D line
defense.
is so good. Their D line is so good.
But the Rams rushing attack isn't that nuclear.
Sorry,
The Rams rushing attack isn't that great. So the
the
Bills,
rushing attack.
yeah,
Yeah, no, I think it's very good.
for the Rams rushing
The
attack,
Rams. Oh yeah. Their Rams rushing attack is very good. They're behind a top 3 offensive line, and Kyron and Blake Corum. It's not the most explosive, but they have a very efficient run game over there, and that's right. That's what actually the reason I have the Rams winning is because I think they will be able to establish the run. And when you can do that against this type of Bills defense, who's already not like great at getting pressure, like that's the only reason. That's the only reason you can really like rattle like Matt Stafford, especially in this playoff environment. Like I think that you'd really have to get him pressured because again, you forget the Rams were just here like a couple years ago, which is crazy to think about that they could possibly make it back. But I
yeah,
have for that reason and the reason that I think that the Rams defense maybe can't stop this Bills team fully, but maybe can try to like they could maybe try to get just enough for their offense to squeak it out, which I think their offense is going to be perfect, basically, just like the Bills. I think could possibly be perfect. Oh, it's so close, but I would have the Rams marginally winning it. It'd be a close one. Should we do final score predictions? Actually,
Yeah, sure. I'll say Bills win 34-27. I think
you're
Bills would have to
crazy
win in
because
a shootout if they were to win.
I was gonna say 37-34, which is crazy, which is high scoring. I know, but I think it's gonna be a crazy game.
Well,
But
Josh
yeah,
Allen
that's
averages like 32 points per game in the playoffs, and
yeah, he does.
opponents average 30 against them.
It's his opponent's average 33, Ben, or it's like 34. Opponent's average more. It's ridiculous. Yeah, or Josh Allen.
And Kenneth has the Broncos winning it also. I have
Yes,
Bills.
he does.
You have
I
Rams.
have the
Kenneth has
Rams.
Broncos.
My dad has the Eagles.
Oh,
I was trying to talk to him. I was like, the offense is that bad. He said, "You're just being over dramatic." He thinks that my criticisms are fake because I'm like I'm overly biased. Like, no, they have a problem. Okay.
okay. Well,
Do you want to talk about any other sports?
I mean, I think we
Like
can
the
save
Trae
our
Young thing?
NFL
Oh,
award
okay.
ballots for next week with Kenneth because we don't
Sure,
really
yeah,
need
yeah.
it
We can
right
do that.
now since the regular season award. And
I
then,
was talking about the NBA because he
yeah,
already
I did
loved the
put
NBA.
some notes in there.
Yeah, you can go through them if you want, or do you want me to go through them because you're busy?
No, I have them up.
Okay, okay.
The All Pro came out. Do you have anything to say about that? People are saying Jonathan Taylor got snubbed because Bijan was
Yeah,
the
I mean,
first team running
they
back.
kind of just. I feel like what they're gonna that they kind of just phased out all Colts from any type of award talks, including the coach. It's kind of sad.
Yeah,
Like, it would, which there's no way he would be able to win at this point. But same with JT. It's just tough. The Colts just had the ultimate fall off. It's sad.
yeah. I mean, Jonathan Taylor, in comparison to Bijan, he had like 50 more rushes and only like 25 or only 100 more yards. So Bijan would have had to average 2 yards per carry to match him.
Just sucks to not get there.
So he had
Yeah.
Bijan average more yards per carry and had 2 more yards per reception. But
Mm,
JT had, I think, 11 more touchdowns than Bijan did.
heard.
So it's basically, do you prefer 10 more touchdowns or more yards from scrimmage
Mm,
and higher efficiency on less
and I
carries?
think I think it's Bijan clearly
Yeah.
because touchdowns are already in the first place. They could be a high. What's the not changing? What's the thing? Probable. I don't. You know what I mean, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not touchdowns don't are sometimes that doesn't measure how good a player is. I'm sorry, as
I
much
do
as
think,
total
though,
yards.
Daniel Jones going down is what really killed
No,
JT because they
that,
were able to just press the box the rest of the
I
year.
agree. And yeah, I feel bad for JT.
But I think in a certain way, voters don't really care about narratives.
No, they don't. No,
Like
not
in the
that much.
NBA, you can have narratives, but they don't really care. Like, did your offense, like Matthew Stafford, did they throw the ball at the 1 yard line more than the Patriots did? And that's why Stafford has more passing touchdowns. Did you give the drink? I don't
Mm-hmm.
think they really care about all that. It's more so the stats you see, their record. That's really it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, all pro, we had Bijan first team. And then second team, we had Kyle Pitts was second team all pro,
There you go.
Jesse Bates, and Chris Lindstrom. I cannot believe Kyle Pitts is second team all pro tight end. So funny.
Over you.
I don't know. I mean, first team was McBride, second team was
That makes
Pitts.
sense.
So he
No
beat every
Kittle.
other.
Was Kittle healthy enough?
No. And Bowers wasn't healthy enough. Kelsey was
Well, that would
mid.
be. Isn't that
Goddard had the
AFC NFL?
touchdown. No,
Oh,
this is
okay.
the whole league.
Oh, is that all pro?
Yeah. So, I mean, I
Wow,
guess there
then.
wasn't really any other tight ends that were super crazy and healthy enough.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, because Kincaid was having a great year, but then he got hurt. Um,
Uh,
Kraft was having a great year, but he got hurt. Those
I
guys
mean,
that would be probably picked
Jake
over them if they had a
Ferguson
full
had
healthy
a great
season.
year.
Okay, he did have a really good year. Fergie did have a great year. But I don't know. I feel that. Oh yeah. Oh, how was Warren though? Was Warren? Did Warren not have a good stats?
Oh, Tyler Warren, I guess not. I feel
Because
like
he was good.
it's kind of recency bias because Kyle Pitts really turned up at the end, especially against the Buccaneers. And
Uh,
Tyler Warren and Jake Ferguson were two guys that were really hot to start, and they
really
kind of
consistent
pulled
just the
off.
whole year. No, but I think they were still solid.
Yeah, they're still solid, but they weren't as high as they were at the beginning. I mean, they came
Oh
out
yeah, yeah.
guns blazing. I feel like
Uh huh.
since Kyle
Like
Pitts was more
multiple 20 weeks in a
flashy
row.
at the end, maybe it's
Mm-hmm.
recency bias. But yeah,
Heard. What else? What else we got?
um, I think that's it I had with the NFL. But yeah, we can talk about Trae Young. You can talk about the big four Sixers if you want. Oh, yeah. I also do you want to talk about the head coaching fires and
Oh, sure,
stuff?
sure. You should talk. Yeah, you should let the public know where you think the Falcons should go.
Yeah, I mean, I'm the fan of one of the teams that do have a head coach vacancy, so I do know a little bit more about the head coaches candidates that are available. And we were the first one to fire head coach Raheem Morris, literally like 4 hours after Sunday's game finished. We fired him, and we ended on a 4 game win streak. And our owner was asked why he got fired even after he put it together at the end. He was like, "We won't settle for good. We want to be great." And 8-9 season is good, but it's not great, and it's not. That's not the full capability of this team and this roster. Which I 100% agree with. We have this guy named Rich McKay. He's been our president of football for forever. And he's pretty bad. And finally, after the season, he was asked to step away from football operations, and that created a new spot for president of football. We interviewed like 3 guys, and then Matt Ryan got it. News said that this position was created for Matt Ryan, and he came out and he was like, "I've never wavered in my commitment to Atlanta. I'm ready to help this team be great in the next generation." I think that
That's
fired
cool.
everybody up. So
Mhm.
yeah, we have a defensive coordinator, Jeff Ulbrich. So this was his first season as our DC. He turned our team from last in sacks last year to second in the NFL in sacks. I think we're top 10 in takeaways. He just really turned around this
Yeah, he
defense,
did.
and it's kind of hard when we get a new head coach because they like to hand select their coordinators. It's harder to get a guy like one of the top candidates like Clint Kubiak to come over, but you're like, yeah, you can't pick your DC. Sorry, made for us, but the Cowboys did request to interview Jeff Ulbrich to be their defensive coordinator, and the Falcons blocked it. They denied their
Ooh.
request. And Blank said he is going to recommend Jeff Ulbrich to whoever the head coach is, but ultimately leave it up to the coach. And the Buccaneers asked to interview our offensive coordinator, Zach Robinson, and we did not block that. We let them. And he's pretty freaking bad. So
Yeah, he's pretty
I
bad.
think Falcon fans are hoping they
He's gone.
get him. But yeah, Clint Kubiak is probably my number one guy. The young offensive mind. He's turned the Seahawk team being super duper good. JSN. Sam Darnold's been good. Obviously, they're the one seed in the
Bro,
NFC.
imagine Drake
Drake
London's
London.
production
Yep.
possibly. Oh, baby.
And he'd have
That would
Bijan.
just be so. Uh
So
huh.
yeah, he's up
That'd
there.
be good.
John Harbaugh is kind of unk, but he's a winner. He's won a Super Bowl, obviously. But also they're saying how they had a pretty bad record, the Ravens did, and he almost got fired. And then Lamar Jackson came on the scene. And they're like, Lamar really saved his coaching career. If it
Yeah,
wasn't
he
for
did.
them hitting on Lamar, then he'd be fired. He's not that good. So I don't know. I also want Matt LaFleur. He's kind of like John Harbaugh in a way. I mean, he hasn't had nearly as much success, but he's kind of a combination of Clint Kubiak and John Harbaugh. He's been the head coach of the Packers. They've made the playoffs the last 3 years, and he's a young offensive minded coach. I think could be good with us. Kevin Stefanski is another guy, two-time Coach of the Year award winner. I mean, obviously the Browns have been bad, but what can you do?
Mhm.
Shador was like one of the worst quarterbacks in terms of advanced stats and like
Yeah,
ever.
he was
So
not very good.
my top five, I'd say, is John Harbaugh, Clint Kubiak, Matt LaFleur, Kevin Stefanski, and then I might be forgetting a guy. I don't really want
Brian
Mike
Flores.
McDaniels.
Oh,
I'd love him as offensive coordinator, but I think he'd probably get a head coaching job somewhere. And even if he doesn't, I think he'd rather coach a team like the Eagles rather than the Falcons as OC.
oh, that'd be so awesome. A boy can dream.
Yeah, I don't want Cliff Kingsbury. I don't want people are saying Belichick. I don't want Belichick.
Oh no.
Yeah, yeah, that'd be pretty bad. Yeah, I mean, there's nine
Ugh.
vacancies. The Titans interviewed Raheem Morris for their head coaching gig, which is pretty funny. They also interviewed Arthur Smith. So yeah, I don't really know what they're cooking, but yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see. We also need a new GM. We interviewed the assistant GM of the Bears, which people aren't really super high on because they're like Ryan Poles hasn't been that good for the Bears. I mean, he's hit on. Would you say? I mean, they hit on the trade to get up to the first overall pick for Caleb Williams. He hasn't
Uh-uh.
been super phenomenal, but he's definitely not bad.
No, no, Caleb. He's the most yards in a single season for the Bears in the history of the Bears organization. That's something.
Yeah, I mean, Colton Loveland has really turned up
Yeah,
in the second
Loveland.
half of the year. Luther Burden,
Yeah,
good.
he's
Rome Odunze started really hot, and then
Luther Burden better
he's been.
than Matthew Golden has been.
Oh yeah,
And by the way, I had Burden as number one, then Tet, then Golden. But it seems like I mean we'll see
what
what
about
happens.
Ibuka? Did you have him top three?
I did. I think I had Ibuka right at 4,
Huh.
and obviously he popped off in the beginning of the season, so it seems like that was wrong. How did he finish off? I'm not even aware.
Two.
Igbuka.
I think he's comparable to Tet in a way, but he just had less receptions, less receiving yards. He was just kind of like a
Okay.
diet Tet in terms of yards, and he kind of really cooled off at the end there. I
I thought
mean,
he did
the
too. Yeah.
advanced analytics show that he has like no separation,
Mm,
and that like the first
geez.
couple weeks were a fluke. And people are even saying that when he was having good production, they're like, "This isn't sustainable. He's not getting separation." And then, what do you know? He kind of really cools off.
That's crazy.
He
I didn't
also
know they
had
were
a couple
saying.
bad drops at the end there. I don't know if you remember any.
Mm-hmm. I don't
I think
super
there's one against
remember.
the Falcons. He had like open and then dropped it. But yeah, I don't know. I was talking about head coach, or
Uh,
now we're talking about Igbuka.
I don't know how, but that's just how it happens. I don't know.
Do you have anything else to say about head coaching gigs, or are you ready to talk about NBA?
I hope we get like Mike McDonald or some offensive mind to replace this big dumb idiot.
Arthur
And some
Smith?
people are saying that if Sirianni might get fired too, because just how bad he is, and there's so many head coaching guys on the market. Like some people are saying the Eagles might try to go get John Harbaugh, and John Harbaugh would like that because it'd be an easy job.
Uh-huh.
But I don't know. We'll see what happens. John
Yeah, I
Harbaugh is
saw
better than Sirianni.
he's waiting a week to see if like the Packers or the Eagles get eliminated and if they fire
Yeah,
somebody.
exactly. Exactly. But yeah, I'm ready to transition to the NBA. Do you want to just go with the big trade?
Yeah, Trey Young's was shipped for pennies on the dollar. It seems like CJ McCollum and Corey Kispert for Trey Young. And
Mm-hmm.
in my casual brain, I still think that Trey Young is one of the best point guards and whatever. But obviously, after hearing numbers on the board in Nerd Sesh, he's like number one in NBA history in turnovers. Also top three in assists all time per game, but he's just a tone on defense, and the new NBA is able to really pick apart his defense, and small guards are really
Hmm.
phasing out. It's hard. Like him and Josh,
Yeah,
especially Josh not being able to get to the rim this year. And was it Trae Young shooting like 36% catch and shoot threes this year? And the Hawks defense is like one of the worst all time, especially when Trae Young's on the court. I think they're just
yeah,
ready to get rid of him. No one wanted him. That's why they sold him for nothing. It seems like the Wizards, they don't really have they don't have to do anything with Trae Young. I mean, they can let him walk. Just use him to develop the guys and let him walk because they really gave up nothing.
exactly. And that's literally like they don't have to pay him at all.
But even if they
It's
wanted
really
to, they could because they have all this cap space. And
it's such a good trade
yeah,
because you get off these expiring guys that they don't really need at this time, and yeah, they get a guy that maybe take a swing on him at no cost, not one pick.
I know.
And for the Falcon and for not the Falcon, for the Hawks, for the switch side, obviously one of the biggest downgrades or like downfalls of this Hawk team has been the health. That no one's really been healthy fully. But Jalen Johnson also doesn't play defense now that he's been better at offense. And I still don't love Jalen Johnson in a full, slowed down half court like session, like a creation. I do like him in transition a lot. He's such a like just getting him in movement. He's such a good passer while on the move, driving, kicking. But we'll see how this Hawks team looks now that they have these guys. I would expect them to make another move, maybe. Um, I don't
People
know
are
if it's
saying
true.
80, but he's out for
I would
possibly
hate that.
months
That'd be
with
terrible.
his
Yeah,
finger injury. I also
that's
hate
good. So
how like the clip went around and it was like he went back to the locker room with his finger injury and everybody's like he's so
everyone's
soft.
hating.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do that all the time. Yeah, that everyone's just an
Like
ass. Yeah.
what can you do about it?
Yeah. No.
And
Do you think he wanted to get like what is it surgery on his hand?
yeah, and they're like, I saw the clip. There's no way he's out for months. Like, what does that even mean? Are they just lying about his ligament injury?
Yeah. And NBA fans are so fucking stupid. Like one of the problems I actually have with the whole limited game rule, which I hate, is like fans like it's almost like a confirmation that the NBA thinks that guys are just sitting out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which isn't true. Everyone's hurt this year,
Do you still
and
listen
it's
to the
really gonna
numbers on the board? Have you recently?
not in a while.
Okay. They talked about how it was implemented for load management in the next season. I think the Stars played like 40% more games, but now it's more so like they are just getting injured. It's not like they're load managing. And Kenny
Exactly. Yeah,
Beecham was
people are
like,
just interested.
I see all NBA teams as like a snapshot of how the season was. Like, I want to be able to look and be like, okay, these the 15 best players for the season.
Exactly,
And I think what
and
Kenny
that's not
said
what it's
is he
gonna
was
be.
like, I think if they don't make 65 games, they should maybe at least just get third team. Like Jokic, if he gets a couple games under, and you don't want him as first team because he didn't get that mark, at least put him on third team because they're like, I love Sengun, but there's no justification for Sengun being over Jokic and All NBA if Jokic
And
gets
this
like
is
63
Jokic.
games.
Yeah, Sengun is actually just he's about to disqualify Ben
Really?
because he's gonna be out for 2 weeks. He's already missed some, so I think after these next 2 weeks, he can only miss one or two more games the rest of the season, which is months.
Wow.
So like literally like he has to be an Iron Man if after these next 2 weeks. So Sengun might be off. So what we're talking about right now is we're talking about Evan Mobley and Rudy Gobert all NBA teams. I'm not joking. that's what we're gonna go to.
I know.
We're we're talking about like James Harden like coming back up to the third team just because of I don't like a lot. I think a lot of people like fans genuinely believe that it's just for the MVP. It's not. It is. It's for everything, and I think it is like it's for Defensive Player of the Year. Like I think that I don't know like when you have an All NBA team, you want to see like these like you think if these were the best players this year. Like if one
Exactly.
of those guys wins like 50 games, I'm okay with that.
Uh-huh.
I think they need to change the rule. I think it's okay to keep it for MVP when you put it in that perspective, because most valuable player is the guy on the court. Even though that I think they should kind of take it away, because are you saying that if one guy gets 68 games and the other guy gets only like 62, then that was the biggest difference? And even though the other guy was like significantly better, you know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Um, but yeah, that's kind of my thought on this rule. I don't have much else on this. You have anything?
Um, no, I think we were talking about Trae Young, and then we talked about AD, we talked about his injury, and then we talked about disqualification for awards.
Uh huh.
But yeah, I do want to touch on John Morant being being marketed, being shopped around.
Who
Who do you
wants it?
think? Yeah, who wants Yeah, I sent you that Bleacher Report trade idea. Did you see that with the Bucks? I said Andrew thoughts, and you didn't say anything.
Would you send it over
It
in
was in the group chat.
Ricovado?
It was KPJ, Kuzma, and a 2026 pick swap.
Oh, I hated it. I hate it. Who's giving up the first round pick?
The Bucks are swapping with the Grizz.
Okay.
So the Grizz either get their own or the Bucks next year, whichever one's worse.
I
They would
would
give
just
up
say
Kuz and
no.
KPJ.
I would
And then
just
they
say
had
no,
one
John.
with the Heat, and it was just hero straight up for Ja. I was like, why would why would that happen?
They do that. I guess this would be interesting only because maybe yes, only due to the fact that not for the two-man game between Ja and Giannis, but for the two-man game between Ja and Miles Turner.
Uh
I think it would unlock Miles Turner to have a heavy pick and roll operator, which could actually raise the entire floor of this team up. That you add that offensive kind of combination next to Giannis's natural, just gonna get a bucket type of the way Giannis is.
uh
And I don't think Kuzma and Kevin Porter Jr. are world beaters. I do think it's interesting because does this take away from Ryan Rollins a little bit? But you think of a full roster, a full starting lineup of Rollins, Ja, Gary Trent, and then Giannis, Miles Turner. You kind of go small ball until them, or you throw in different mix and matches.
yeah.
Maybe you have Ryan Rollins from the bench unit, and you have a guy like AJ Green enter the starting lineup just to add that another ability on offense. And then you also have Bobby Portis, obviously, who can get thrown in the mix. But yeah, I mean, I don't hate the move for them. Honestly, I think it could actually improve them if this were possible. I think that'd be good.
And Giannis also said he has no plans of leaving. He wants to retire in Milwaukee.
There you go.
And one of Pierre's New Year's resolutions is stop talking about what Giannis says. Because he's like, Giannis always talks
Yeah.
about wanting to win. Winning's the most important thing. I want to be somewhere where I can win. And then he's
Hmm.
like, somebody asked, he's like, you say this stuff about winning, and Milwaukee hasn't been winning. How do you, what's your take on that? And he acts like it's like somebody just threatened him or like insulted him. And Pierre doesn't like how he's saying all he cares about is winning, but he's also like, why would I leave Milwaukee?
Yeah.
So he says them talking about what Giannis says.
Okay. Okay. I don't have much else. I have to go
Yeah, I
pretty
mean that's
soon.
fine. I
So do
think
you want us to wrap up?
yeah, I think it's the perfect stopping point. Um,
Okay.
Next week we'll talk about our NFL awards, and we'll talk about the wild card